Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage.
Hey, thanks for joining us on today's video. Listen, man, nothing wrong with a 70 Mach 1, M code, 4-speed, 9-inch rear, right, with a shaker hood. I would agree. When you take a minute to look at this car and find out that not only does it have all those things, but a couple of other things that most people don't even remember to ask about. For instance, disc brakes. A lot of people don't know that, like for a lot of the Mopars and the Fords, they came with drum brakes on these cars. This car has the disc brakes on it, which is a big deal, and we forget to ask about those things because, you know, they were trying to keep the cost down on them, and for them, they felt like the drum brakes were enough, which is not enough for me. So that's why I say the disc brakes are really, really nice. Come on up, let's take a quick peek at some paint. All right, white is not a great reflector of letters and things like that, but it looks great in the video and looks great outside. You can see the quality of the paint is very nice as well. These are painted on stripes. The shaker here. Now listen, we need to understand that the Cobra Jet emblems on the side here are incorrect. We can take those off, we can put the correct emblems on, or no emblems at all, which is really the correct way to do it, but that's up to you. No big deal, you just let us know what you want to get done, okay? All right, hood pins. I love hood pins. Who doesn't love hood pins? I tell everybody, listen, when you bury me, put hood pins on my casket, right? Because I'm staying in for a while. And how cool would that be when they unearth me 1,000 years from now and I still got bad A hood pins? All right, front and rear spoilers. All right, that great 70 Mach front end where it's just kind of like leaping out at you. All right, and so one of the things that people say all the time is like, wow, that's a great looking car. But you don't really know why it's a great looking car. If we could come around this way for a second and spend some time, I just want to show you what may or may not make some cars better looking than others. So as we look down the side and we see the shaker, the spoiler, the Mach 1 call out on the bottom, all right? The rear window louvers, okay? This rear wing. All of those pieces right there are almost $5,000 worth of work. So yeah, you could probably buy a Mach 1 for less money. You could probably buy one that's not an M code, an original 351 car, and save some money. But if you want an investment grade car, whatever you pay for these cars today, typically they've been worth the same, if not more later on. You say, well, Tone, how could you possibly know that this car is going to go up in value? Well, because this car wasn't, this car was $4,000 when it was new, maybe under $4,000, and certainly not $4,000 anymore. And neither is your home from 1970. So these are what we call blue chip investments. They continue to go up in value, and that's what makes this hobby so much fun. All right, so let's take a peek. All right, so as we finish up this car here, we had a couple of things left over. I just want to get the video done as we finish up detailing the things. For instance, like this is missing the battery topper. We put a battery topper on there because it looks really cool when you open the hood. It allows you to have a modern gel battery, okay, and an old school look to it. So that way it lasts a lot longer. The shaker looks great in here. Here's $3,500 worth of modern air conditioning. So cold air conditioning, great heat, right? And all the things that you would want in there. This has a strut bar that goes around here. If you wanted to put that on, we can certainly add that to it. It adds some rigidity to the car. It's a pretty powerful car. You'll be very surprised. This 351 here is definitely not stock. And with the 4-speed and whatever, you might like to add that. But more importantly, this is nicely detailed. And come around here for a second. We have an important piece here. And as we get older, we like these things. Power steering. Power steering is very nice. All right, power steering is very nice because it makes it easy with the 4-speed to work the wheel and what have you. And listen, we're starting to add up and see why some cars are worth more than others. We talked about all the spoilers. The shaker hood is very expensive to put together. Go price it out yourself. You have to buy a hood, you have to repaint the hood, you have to buy the shaker system, you have to get the filter, you have to get the base plate, all that stuff together. You have to get somebody to install it, do all that, whatever. So that's a really, really nice option. The air conditioning as well, the power steering, the disc brakes. You can see how some cars are worth more than others. All right, so come on in here and we will have a peek at the trunk. All right, so jacking instructions, all right. A spare tire. You say, well, wow, Tone, it's got a spare tire. BFD. Well, it is a BFD because most of these cars don't come with spare tires, and to find them in here is great. Also comes with a nice pack here with jumper cables, just in case you're at a car show and you need to help somebody else get their car started, because we know this one starts every time, all right? And inside here, some upgrades. Here's the battery topper that I was telling you about earlier. We're going to put that back on, and a couple small little additions that we're making as we go. So sometimes we do the videos before, and if there's something in particular that you see you don't like, just tell us, and we'll see if we can make that adjustment for you. And And again, sometimes these videos are done before the final completion of them because we're rolling and we want to keep things fresh, and that's how that happens. All right, so come on in here, since this is where you're going to be spending most of your time. So little things to me that make for a great car, all right? So for instance, like the footwell lighting. The footwell lighting is working in this car. You say, well, Tone, so what, right? Well, the truth of the matter is, a lot of times, just a couple years later, the footwell lighting stopped working. And the fact that this is working means that somebody spent the extra time and effort to make that happen, all right? This has a rim blow steering wheel, all right? So the horn is located inside this rim right here. A lot of people don't know about that because they're doing this. And the horn doesn't work, but the horn is located inside here, but the key has to be on. This I love. Are you kidding me? I love this. Check this out. 8-track tape player, REO Speedwagon, Farrah Fawcett poster, all must-haves, right? Right? Maybe an Ozzy, maybe Ozzy Osbourne or a little country. You never know. Whatever your genre is, pop it in. That thing works, all right? Air conditioning here. This is the upgraded air conditioning we talked about, and it looks pretty factory because it's down here. A couple center vents, full gauges here. Just a great interior. Shifter, 4-speed with the console. All of this stuff is optional, man. All of this stuff is optional. This is not standard equipment on every car. You know, they didn't all come with a console. They didn't come with an 8-track tape player. They didn't come with a rim blow wheel, right? They didn't come with a lot of the things that you see, especially the stuff that we talked about outside. And that's why some cars are worth more than others. Come over here for a second, because this is kind of cool. What I love about a car like this that gives you what we call blue chip investments is how authentic is this car and what did it start out life as, all right? So it started out life as a real Mach 1 with a 351 4-barrel V8, okay? And it started out in the right colors, and it just shows you, it's pretty cool, that these engine and combinations here, they made 250,000 Mustangs that year, and this is one of 10,000, so it's really a very, very low number of production. How many are actually left and how many are original? That's the incredible part. This is the Marty report, which authenticates the car. It's got a great Ford seal on it, and Ford has approved these Marty reports authenticating this car as well. We spent a lot of time looking at value of cars, meaning all of the things that make some cars worth more than others. And clearly, I'm hoping after the video you can see that the Wimbledon white with the black stripes and the matching interior, then throw in all the accoutrements, right? All the additional items on the car like hood pins and shaker hood and the spoilers, air conditioning, power steering, disc brakes, 4-speed, all of those things that add a lot of value that were a lot of money back in the time. So this was a pretty expensive car when you think about it. It may have been the most expensive Mustang that we've had in here in this kind of setup. So something to think about when you go to a car show and what have you, that the fact that you have all of this, plus you have documentation as well. Anyway, if you can find a way to get one really, really cool 70 Mach 1 in your life, call us, 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about it. All right, so let me fire it up for you so you can hear what it sounds like. Also, too, once I do, you need to check out the shaker hood, the way it shakes while it's idling. It's so, so cool.